Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Duck's World, and I am Duck. And we are currently over here at the Industrial District project where I was digging out some more of this monument. And we made a bat friend, first of all. Um, now that it's dark enough, he's kind of he was just kind of chilling here. But I decided, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the bats. They are aesthetically pleasing, and that's about it. So I just got rid of them because I mean, why not? I'm a violent person. That's just how I am. But at the end of last episode, I was saying that at some point I'm gonna want to find the stronghold to add to this nether brick road that we have going on right now for our nether highway. And it turns out, after I get rid of this guy, die, bud. All right, you're gone. Turns out it's right here, and I never saw it, and I'm stupid because it's just right here. This takes you right to the stronghold, and it was very frustrating for me to realize that it was so close, yet would just keep I would just keep missing it. And so now I know where that is, and everything's all right here with this Nether highway, which is good to have a little bit of some control on now. So now I can fast travel, not have to worry about anything being a problem. So we can just do that, and we can just travel here through this Nether highway and not have to worry too much about getting home because I got it somewhat safe for me. So that's a good thing. Apart from going through this bastion, which at some point I'll finish looting. I never actually finished looting this. I went to get netherite and that was it. But at some point we'll actually work on this a little bit more. But oh, there's a hoglin. Hello, bud. Are you gonna follow me into my little highway? But one thing that I do need to do here today in this episode is I think I'm gonna want to actually build up and decorate the iron farm that was done at the beginning of last episode. Just so that I've got a little bit more of a safe, not safe, but a little bit more of a good looking place to gather iron and AFK at it. So I think that's what is going to be on the agenda today. Is I think we're going to decorate the iron farm, and hopefully it won't just be, another stupid rectangular building. I'm hoping to make it a little bit more valuable of a building than that. So I'm gonna see if I've got resources here at the base, which I likely don't, and then we will be on our way to working on this iron farm. One thing that one person told me to do, and I kind of liked the idea, since I do use it from time to time, is to actually take one of these banners and put it on my shield, so that I've got a little bit more of a more personalized shield to use, just so that it looks a little bit more personable to me. And I want to do that today. So there we go. There's our there's our shield, and I actually really like it like that. I think that looks really good with the black on blue with the sheen of the shield. I think that looks really, really nice. So we got that. We got that here. But I usually just have food in my offhand and just carry my shield with me. Because I need food more than I need shield because I'm a tank now with my armor, so I really don't need the shield as often as absolutely necessary. But one thing that I am looking at and seeing is that I'm not sure that I have the items for what I want to do for this building. I do have a ton of bread in my storage system, though. Let's pull that out. My storage system's a mess. All of my food just is all over the place. I mean, we've got some cyan terracotta. I might be able to use that, actually. We've got netherite and ancient debris in my storage system. And an enchanted golden apple. Oh, it's from the ancient cities. I raided enough to make this little trophy room, and then the rest just went into storage. That's what happened. Alright. Well, that's true. So there is a lot of stuff just in storage. I guess that's what my brain is just processing now. Is there's a lot of valuable stuff in storage. I mean, look at all these books. But I am not seeing what I'm looking for. I'm looking just for some like very heavy industrial looking blocks that I can use for this build, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of them. Um, I don't want to use gravel. Don't really want to use spruce leaves. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? I might have to go to the drawing board and try to figure something else out. But let's see what we can do with some terracotta and some glass and the items that were already there at the iron farm. So I'm going to really quickly deposit these items here in this chest because I'm actually needing to sleep first of all, but I also kind of want to see what we're looking at for iron. Wait, this is the storage side. All right. But I want to see what we've got for iron first of all, because I did AFK a little bit, not very much, not a ton. I might be using some iron for this actual build, I'm thinking, so I'm gonna want to check on that. But in terms of what I'm looking for a design, I honestly am not entirely sure what I want to use. But I have a good feeling that I probably will need banners at some point. That's kind of what got me thinking about using the banner for my shield anyways, is because I was thinking to myself I'll probably need banners. But what I do need to do is I think we're going to use slabs here first of all, and I think I'm just going to mark out areas with these slabs. So if we do this and that, all right, so that's one, and I want to somehow visually differentiate these two. Hi villager, how are you doing? So I'm thinking that might be where the deep slate comes in, because the deep slate in my brain is going to tell me, hey, that's storage, because it's a block and not a slab. Slabs to me usually denote farms, and that's what I'm going to try to do with the industrial district, is I'm going to try to color coordinate and block orient what each build is doing. So this kind of will just show me, alright, so this is the storage, and we'll run just these three up here. And then from here, I think we just throw in some cyan terracotta across the floor and see how it looks, I think is the plan. The plan for me at the moment, and we'll see how that looks. Hey, villager. So let's just take this, and I'm not too concerned about making the ground look good or terraformed evenly, because it's an industrial farm, that's the whole point. So it doesn't need to look good. In fact, I really don't want to break where I've got these ladders, because I don't want to place ladders again. So I'm going to be careful. Did I really put it on the grass? I put it on the grass blocks. Alright, well, we'll have to break that and replace that there. Where's the other ladder? There's the ladder. Let's bring the ladder back up. And underneath, it's not going to need to look good. I don't even want to try to make it look good, because there's no point. Because I'll end up just ruining what I've got anyways. So I'm just going to throw terracotta down for the flooring, I think. And from there we'll see what we can do with the design like that. Like this. And like I had said, it's not going to look good. But that's okay. Because it doesn't need to. It's industrial. But if we do this, and we just throw these across, I might have to find new blocks to denote where stuff is, because that doesn't look great. I could even use signs, honestly. And I might just do that just for the sake of my brain and simplicity's sake. We could just use signs. So we might do that. But if I throw these down... Alright. Not looking bad. This is really my first time using cyan terracotta. I might actually try to find some concrete. I am going to be pulling a Mumbo Jumbo Hermitcraft and probably be using concrete and terracotta by the looks of things. But I kind of like the look of it, so we'll just kind of have to see what I can find in storage and what I can build with. Where's the other terracotta? Did I use up all the terracotta already? Is that all the terracotta I had? Where's the chest? I might have. No, I didn't. Okay. That's okay. I thought I had some more. But let's throw this in real quick. And I'll throw in this floor, and then we'll see what else we can find for blocks, because I'm not sure what this design is going to look like, but it'll look like something here momentarily. Alright, so I learned that I really need to build a flower farm for white dye, because I just ran out. And also, I've had to go back to the Badlands to get some more terracotta for some cyan terracotta, because I'm going to try to see how that looks. But the only problem with what I want to do now is now I have to convert concrete powder, because concrete sucks. So we got to convert that here now. So I think that what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this, and then there we go. And now we gotta convert all this concrete powder into concrete, and my muscle memory is not serving me well here. It takes a long time to do this. So I'll catch you on the flip side after all this concrete is taken care of. I guess this doesn't take near as long as I thought. I mean, I'm going through 2 stacks pretty quickly. But I need to find some way to get sand and gravel easier than having to go to the ravine building project and digging gravel and going to a desert and digging sand. So one of the, I might be, words. One of the things that I might be doing is I might be revising some of the farms that I was going to put in the industrial district, because I'm going to need to expand anyways. We might have to do some sort of generator for some of this stuff. And I know that I prefer not to try to do duplication glitches, but sand and gravel I might try to do, just because it's a little bit more kind on my time and my resources, what I'm trying to do here. How did concrete get way over there? But we do have now 2 stacks of white concrete and some cyan terracotta. Let's go see what we can design. But yeah, I might be revising some of the stuff that I was planning on doing in terms of which farms are going to be put where. Let's light this up. I know I'm getting distracted, but let's light this up just so I don't have to worry about creepers. But it might be beneficial for us at some point. Speaking of creepers, hi bud. It might be beneficial for us to get some sort of generators for some of this stuff, so that I don't have to go grinding, because those two, in between this clip, or not this clip, but the clip before where I was starting to convert, and when I was placing down the floor, that was 2 hours ago, and that's a lot of time wasted that I would rather not have to worry about. So it might be beneficial for us just to try to find some other means to get gravel and sand, because that takes forever. But where's this iron farm? Where did I build this? Oh, it's right in front of my face. Alright, but what I think I'm going to want to do right off the bat is I'm pulling this out, that's for sure. I thought this would look good with the chiseled stone bricks. Oh, there's a hole here. Of course there's a hole here. I built it. But I think I'm going to use white concrete here, actually. So I'm going to dig this up, and then I'll start working on some of this build, and I'll catch you guys. Fell in another hole. Catch you guys back up to speed when I have some more progress to share. Alright, so I'm taking 1 second break to watch the iron golem burn and die and feed me some iron, because I need it. I need this iron. Alright, goodbye. You're dead. But what I was able to do is I was able to get white concrete around the border, and realized how much resources what I want to do is going to take, so I might have to revise the plan a little bit. But I'm taking out all of this stone now, because I'm going to try to do something else with this space. I'm going to try to make it like a truly industrial, clean-looking, futuristic build, is the thought. And it might have to stay open for the time being, because I don't have very many resources, honestly. I've got a stack and 14 of white concrete, and a stack and 3 of cyan terracotta, and that had me pretty well tapped out. So we might have to hold off a little bit on what we're going to be doing. But the plan is, well, I will need to, hold on. I was going to say I'll need to terraform. Let's just terraform now. Get it done and over with. All I want to do is do a band of grass. I need the torch. A band of grass around, so that it's not floating in some places in a corner. Alright, so that even does it. I don't know what the big deal was, why I didn't do that earlier. But the plan is to have white concrete come up and make... This is going to be an open build, by the way. I think an open building might suit me good for a building style. But it's going to be a big rectangle of white concrete on each wall. Maybe not the long walls. I might try to do something different with the long walls. But the short wall's big rectangle. It's going to be open with maybe a little bit of glass. And then cyan terracotta bands is the thought. So let's try that. So let's see how tall this is going to be. Is that tall enough? That's probably tall enough. All right, so how long is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, cool. And then we've got a stack of 64, so we might not have enough. And we'll just do the deep slate because that can be our pillaring block. You can do 3. Come down here. And pillar up again. And I'm really excited for this kind of different style of building. That's kind of why I'm pressing forward and doing it right away. Is because I want to kind of see if I can make it look somewhat good. The roof will be something interesting, but we're not going to worry about the roof in this episode anyways. Where's the chest? I need glass, I think. The good thing also about building right now is that the iron farm is constantly running, which is great. But I think, do I want to do glass? I think I want to do glass. No, I don't want to do glass all the way across. I'll hold off on the glass. This is going to be a multi-episode thing, I think, in building, because I want to show the process of this building as well. So it's going to take even longer. But so if we've got terracotta now, how would I do a terracotta band? First of all, I think terracotta goes immediately next to it. Across. Maybe a height difference. Maybe the bands are what go across as the ceiling. Oh, that might be a good idea. And we alternate concrete at 7 height, terracotta at 6, and go all the way across. I think that would look cool. I think that would look really nice. Let's see. So one more. And then I will need deep slate again. But if I do this and bring it across like this, and then maybe something like this sort of design, and bring it all the way across, would that look good? Let's see. I think that might look really, really, really sleek and clean. This needs to be alternated though with it. I think this could look really, really cool. I think that's what the design I'm gonna go for, honestly. That could look cool. And then so that would solve the problem of alternating every other across. So I'd end up with a ceiling and the long walls with that, and then I'd still have these shorter walls to do the open design that I want to do with it. But I might have to think of something else to do for like a foundation corner block, just because this might not look very good for a corner block, but I think I've got a good idea on what that could be. That might be where we bring back the where are they? The smooth stone slabs. I think that might look good. Let me try that actually. Bring the smooth stone as like that. I think that would look nice. I think that's a good idea. All right. I think that's the design right there that we've got. The problem is that's going to be super expensive for blocks and take a lot of time for me. So we've got the design down. And let me know what you guys think of the design in the comments. I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts are. If you guys have suggestions, I'm more than open to checking them out, because this is just as much about me as it is about you guys. So I am more than open to suggestions and thoughts on this sort of design. But I think this is what I'm going to go for block palette. But that's a super expensive build. So I'm probably going to hold off and grind for getting the stuff needed for that for the next episode. And I'm thinking we might see about doing a little bit of some more less time-consuming builds. Is what I'm trying to say, and my words are struggling right now. I'm sorry about that. But I think I'm going to look for some a little bit easier types of builds to do. because that's going to take a lot of time, and I don't want to do that during camera time. So I'm going to see what we can do. We can take care of this iron golem for one. One good thing about also having villagers in my base is, well, first of all, they're in my base, but second of all, we've got iron golems, free iron here too, which is really nice. Actually, I know what I want to do. I've got to go deposit this stuff though in that storage chest, but I'm going to keep you guys right here, because what I'm going to do is kind of be an announcement for the future of this world. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I did a stream where I was expanding my base right here, and I'm almost thinking that it's in a bad spot to expand, and I'm wondering if I should actually build a second base and make that the old base, a smaller base, where there's a trading hall and there's a small furnace array, and then I just upgrade bases and make a new base. And I think that's what I'm going to try to do, honestly, is at some point I'm going to make a second base, and I'm going to try to... It might be beneficial to try to find a place to put it in today's episode, actually. Because, yes, the base that I do have right now is great, but it's too small for me now. It was a perfect size way back when I started excavating, and I didn't even know how to sprint in Minecraft. It was perfect for that, but I'm far enough along now that this base is almost too small for what I want to do now. And so I'm thinking it might be beneficial, since it's pretty much, well, not pretty much, it's kind of done. I'll show you what I mean by kind of, real quick here. The librarians, which also I haven't used lately, but the librarian hall could use some love. So that might get some love later on, but at the moment, not right now. But I'm thinking this base is almost too small for me, which is ironic considering it seemed huge when I started the build. But I'm thinking we might want to move on. Not move on, I'll be back here all the time, but maybe increase what we might be able to accomplish. And the big reason that I want to do that is I do want some small micro farms where I live and a better storage system. This storage system I thought was incredible, but there are a couple problems with it. Number one, it's really small. I've only got like actual sorting of only a few key items. And number two, it's ridiculously expensive. I built the iron farm technically last episode, although I lost the footage of when I actually built it. But look at I grinded for so long for this iron, for all of these hoppers, and it's super expensive and unnecessary. So I'm thinking that it might be beneficial for us to go and build a better storage system, and have a place of micro farms, a little bit of some better sleeping places, because this is amazing. I love this. I love the fact that with some help from a friend, in terms of design, I've got a spider XP farm right in my base. I've got a good old trash can via lava that it's there. I don't really use it. But I've got so much stuff that I want to do in a base, and my space is just too unbelievably small for it. So I think that that's where we're going to be focusing our attention to in terms of base work in this series. Is I'm probably going to go to building a bigger and better second base. And this will always feel like home to me. This will always be like the second home. Or not the second home, but the first home. But I need to build something better, I think. So that might be what we do for the remainder of this episode, is find a new spot, a better spot. And probably I just use stone to mark out stuff. I'll actually need quite a bit. Take some more of that. But I think we should go look for a new spot. So, with that being said, first of all, I got to figure out where I want to go. But second of all, we gotta find a place for it. So I'm going to first of all sleep, and then we shall see where we want to go for this second base for this series. So one thing I've learned with building my first base is, number one, if you're digging, stay away from water, and number two, be sure to plan ahead what you want to do. It took me forever to get the base design that I liked. I mean, my second floor, I tore apart several times to get what I wanted. So it was a pain. So I've learned a little bit to avoid water and to kind of be a little bit more sensible about my design before I just start building. And I'm looking around this area, and yes, this forest was a big forest by this village. I got a little excited with some flint and steel and burnt the thing down. So now it's just kind of wasteland. And I also want to try a different type of theming for my second base. Like, yes, I've got a very industrial factory slash prison looking thing for my old base, but I want to try something different. So I kind of want some space to see what I can do. And I don't know what I want to try to do, but I want it to be big. Is the big reason why I'm going for a new approach is I need something big. And I'm thinking this wasteland area might be good. Might be good for it. And I'm also going to work with different shapes. That's one thing that I want to try to do is different shapes other than your standard little rectangle like this. I want to do something other than this. This in essence is to scale version of my base. Honestly, this little rectangle that I just did now is a scale version, just small, because it was six part width and 4 part depth. Wait, is that right? No, 6 part length, 4 part width. That was how the math worked out. So I want to try something maybe a little bit more irregular. I want it to have a distinct shape. I like geometry and shapes, but I think what I'm going to want to do is do it here, and I'm going to try to do a circle for the base. And what I want to do, I'm going to keep to myself a little bit. But for those that do watch Hermitcraft, because that's where I get a lot of my inspiration is from those guys, and I would recommend if you are in for entertaining content, go watch them. But if you watch Hermitcraft, all I will say is Iskal 85 Season 7 is where I'm going. And you guys would know why if you see. And why I want a circle, too. But I've never built a circle in Minecraft before, so I'm going to try to see how it works. But I need it really large, so I actually might follow a little bit like this. It's going to be diagonal, I know that. That's really diagonal, though. Let's do this. I don't need that. Let's try there, and then diagonal. No, it's got to go. First of all, I know this is really flat. It honestly should come out almost like this, and then come around like that. Circles are difficult in Minecraft. That's almost like a corner. We'll have to see what we can do. I can build the foundation and then build off. Is what I'm thinking. So we don't have to worry too much about making it a circle right off the bat. But is that too small? I'm going tall. It's gonna be really big in terms of height. So this might be okay for width because some of it will be underground. I'm just going to assume that my style is going to stay as it is, and I'm going to be building a lot underground. So I'm thinking that this might actually be what I want in terms of width of circle. Yeah, I think that might be good. Um, yeah, I think so. So I think we'll do this, and we'll just bring it around. How long do we want it to be this direction? This is a good width, and it needs to be scalar. Somehow it has to be scalar. So maybe this wide? Maybe? I think maybe this wide. So if I do this and then start the diagonal this way, how far in does it go first? And I know this is me rambling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8. All right. But I want to kind of show the process. One thing I want to do more with my content is show the process of building. So that's what I'm going to do. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then bring it across a little bit. Yeah, bring it across to here probably. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then bring. Oh, that almost matched up perfectly. It doesn't need to be symmetrical. That's what I'm learning. Is that symmetry is actually the opposite of what you want in an organic build. But that might be okay for a circle. This has actually got to come out one more then. But I think that'll work. And all this stone will disappear, so you guys don't have to worry too much about seeing what happens. That is oblong shaped. I didn't need to do what I did there. So this can all disappear. But also one thing that I didn't realize until just now as I'm rambling is with this new base. Also, it's right above an XP farm of mine. So we can have good access to the XP farm other than just going through a cave. But in terms of circles, I think this is alright. Yeah, I think I can work with this. But this is all that I'm going to be doing in this episode about this space idea, because I want it to be a surprise, and I also want to design it a little bit better. So I don't want to just start going as I did with the last base, because honestly, it didn't look great until I'd spent hours and hours afterwards fixing what I had already broken. So that's kind of where I'm sitting right now. And I know that clip was really boring, but I wanted to show the process too, because I'd never done a circle before. So if I did something really, really bad about the circle, let me know, please. Let me know, because I won't know until I'm halfway through building a base, and you guys will know immediately, because you guys analyze stuff a lot more than I do, which is I probably should analyze stuff more by the sounds of it then. But let's return back to what is currently my base, because I need to drop off the stone, and then I also want to see how much time I've got left. We might actually be working on grinding for gravel and sand for concrete. I don't know. Let's see how much time we have left in today's episode, and then from there we will see what we've got left to do today. Alright, unfortunately it looks like I am running short on time. I do want to apologize again, because I don't have a mic currently, about the noise. Every time I start a clip, my thumb makes a lot of noise with the space bar, so I want to apologize for that. But other than that, that's kind of all the apologizing I want to do for today. I don't think I got any more apologies necessarily, unlike last episode. But we did make quite a bit of progress. So we've got a basic design for this iron farm to decorate it. And also we've got a second base, the base of the base, for lack of better terms, the base of the base started. So I think it was a pretty successful episode. I think for once I actually did progress with you guys instead of having to do it all alone. And you guys could see what's going on in this world. So with that being said, I do thank you guys so much for being here. As always, it means a bunch. Your support really does mean a lot to me. And I will catch you guys in the next episode, where we'll probably be either grinding for resources for this building or building the building. One of the two. I'm going to be working on getting the base design done, but that's going to be all done behind the scenes, because I want it to be a surprise for what I'm building for you guys. So we'll probably be sitting right here. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Adios.